You have another 55 seconds.
Sweet.
Hey guys, it's Nick with Smith Forge Strength and Conditioning. Today, I'm going to try cryotherapy. Now, cryotherapy is kind of an umbrella term, but basically involves cold temperatures or ice. Most of you guys have probably used ice packs in the past for pain, or for swelling. This is actually a chamber in which you step inside and the temperatures are like really cold. I'm not exactly sure if there's like a set standard, so when I go inside I'm probably gonna figure out as much as you guys will. I'm here at the Sports Academy headquarters in Thousand Oaks, California. I thought this was just gonna be a cryotherapy place. This is like a full-blown strength and conditioning facility. And looking into their Instagram and their other social medias, it looks like they have a lot of other resources out there. Future prospects for the pros train here. And it looks like it may even be a rehab center. So I'm kind of interested to look around and get a glimpse of what's going on. But anyway, just to give you guys a little bit of insight on cryochambers. They've been used with athletes for a while, and they've kind of become more popular recently. And I've been asked by a few people if they're any good, and the honest answer is there's not a lot of research on it. Not to say that that's bad. There have been people in the past that have used them, and they feel like they've helped their performance, and they've helped with other various, injuries, temporary soreness, the dreaded DOMS, or the soreness that you get after lifting. People with ankle, knee, hip, back, any type of joint pain, people have said that's been beneficial. So that's kind of what I wanted to try it out for myself. Since there isn't a lot of, great meta-analysis out there, I kind of want to use it anecdotally for you guys and for any viewers that are planning on watching this, just to kind of give you guys some insight on that. The whole premise of ice and cryotherapy, the initial research by Dr. Merkin was to bring inflammation down. Ice is considered a vasoconstrictor, which means restriction of blood to a specific area, therefore decreasing the amount of inflammation. Now, as time has gone on, you guys have probably heard the RICE principle, rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Now, as Dr. Merkin has gone on a little bit further, a lot of that research is kind of straying away from that a little bit, which kind of goes against everything we've ever learned. Now, ice still has some very great benefits, especially if it's an initial injury. The acute inflammatory stage usually lasts about 24 to 72 hours. So ice is still beneficial in that. And also, ice is very beneficial for pain gating. If you are having pain, ice can be helpful. But what the research is starting to show now is that ice is not as it's not as influenced in the inflammation stage later on as they had said it was. And in certain cases, people are starting to see that it potentially could be detrimental. Because of the decreased amount of blood that's getting to the area, the body is not able to send the same amount of white blood cells to kind of clean out that junk that comes along with an injury. So the research is kind of mixed, and it's kind of changing, and that's the beauty of science, is it's the best that we have at this moment. So things are forever changing, trying to stay adapted and be able to be molded with what's out there. So anyway, today I want to show you guys what it's like to get in there. I'm planning on freezing myself off pretty bad. I heard it's really cold. I came in today after a pretty solid leg workout last night. Legs are pretty sore. I would say probably like a 5 to 6 out of 10 on the soreness scale. Walking around work this morning was not particularly fun. So I'm hoping that after this, I will feel hopefully a little bit more recharged, and we'll see what happens. And I'll kind of, I plan to talk to you guys a little bit afterwards to kind of see how I feel immediately afterwards, and tomorrow, 24 hours later, just to kind of give you guys some input. So yeah, we'll see you in there. pretty cold. Conversation was good though. Yeah, wasn't that bad. I thought it was gonna be much colder. Cold air is way better than cold water. So that was about as quick and painless as it could be. I was in there for 5 minutes tops. I think I spent more time filling out a waiver than I did actually being in there. So kind of interesting. Talking to the girl that works here, explaining some of the benefits that she had seen from doing it herself. Improved sleep patterns was kind of cool. Interested to see how that works out. One thing I did notice, I actually walked in there with a migraine, and I haven't had one in a while. And after I was done, it was gone. Not to say that is a cure-all. I don't know if it was just because my brain was distracted briefly, but kind of cool. My head doesn't hurt anymore, so I'm not upset about it. Temperatures got below, it was a negative 255 when I saw the numbers. I was kind of looking around. Yeah, like I had said, cold air is so much more comfortable than cold water. The only thing I'm feeling right now that is still kind of thawing out is my fingertips. They gave me gloves, booties, and socks, and I was just in some compression shorts. So the thing that's kind of thawing out still right now is my fingertips. That was the only thing that was like really, really cold. Otherwise, I was shivering a little bit towards the end. Conversation, staying distracted is probably the easiest thing. So just kind of talking about that type of stuff. Wasn't super cold. So interested to see how I feel tomorrow, how I sleep. If there's anything else that changes, I'm going to try to keep my variables minimal to kind of see if there's anything, any positive changes. Right now I feel pretty good. Soreness is not really there. All I can feel is like that transition of being really cold to warming up. It's pretty hot here today. So hopefully this has been beneficial for right now, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. So it's been about 24 hours later since I got the cryo done, and I would say, you know, results were mediocre. My soreness didn't go away completely. Went away like it would normally. I will say I slept pretty well that night though. Slept pretty heavy, and I don't know if that's due to the cryo or just me being tired from work or whatever it may be. And biggest thing I think I noticed right away was just that I happened to have a migraine when I went in, and it went away. I don't know if there's any correlation or just that my mind was distracted for a moment thinking about something new, but I thought it was pretty cool. But overall I think it was a good experience. I think it's a little cheaper option, you know, do an ice bath for something like that if you're trying to decrease the, you know, core temperature or anything that you were intending to do. Cryo's, you know, doing a chamber was pretty efficient. You know, it was a quick turnaround, in, out, took 3 minutes. The only problem is it's money. So, you know, I happen to use a Living Social deal, and I got it for like between $20 and $25, but normally a session can cost as much as, you know, $60. So it's kind of up to you whether you feel like it's worth the money. I know some people who live and die by it, and I think that's great. But for, you know, if money is an issue, it may not be the first route. But I hope this was somewhat informative to you guys, and if you have any more questions about cryo and what else is out there, feel free to comment below, and we'll see you next time. All right.